Marvel Studios' Miss Marvel is about a young woman named Kamala Khan. She is 16 years old. She's from Jersey City. She's South Asian, Muslim, and she happens to be a huge fan of the Avengers. She's a really big nerd, a wonderful artist. And this story is really about Kamala wanting nothing more than to be just like the Avengers, and in particular, Captain Marvel. It feels different. It looks different. It's a fresh coming of age story of a young woman who is trying to figure out who she is and who she's supposed to become. That just happens to be in the Marvel universe, which is very, very exciting. So the idea for Miss Marvel was really about creating a character for young people of color, a powerful and yet relatable character who was doing great and important things. If we don't see ourselves reflected in a positive way, it does affect our sense of self. And I think that's why we wanted to make sure that a superhero existed like Kamala Khan. I have nephews and nieces. I wanted to make sure that they had a character that was really reflective of their experiences and that also was just really cool and was someone who was saving the day and was also someone who's really proud of their culture. We're telling a very classic tale and the lead just happens to be South Asian and she happens to be Muslim. That's really awesome. My identity as a Pakistani and Muslim American is certainly influenced quite a bit of Miss Marvel. My understanding and evaluation of identity when I was a young person, especially someone who didn't really see themselves anywhere, was something that I had constantly tried to explore and understand. And that's why we settled on telling a story for Kamala Khan about identity, obviously telling it through the metaphor of the classic superhero origin story. And I think that is quite a universal story that's not necessarily specific to one culture. And I think that's why it works and why it resonates with so many people. Having representation both in front of and behind the camera was incredibly, incredibly important to us. And from production design to, of course, our directors and our writers, we've had such a rich amount of diversity that really, I think, contributed to more authentic storytelling because everyone brought their own perspectives. It means the world to be ushering in the next phase of the MCU. I can't even believe that Kamala is a part of that. My wish is that people come away from the show feeling a lot more hopeful, feeling a lot more joy and love for Kamala Khan and her family, and in particular in her community, and also a level of understanding for the Muslim world and for a community that they probably never quite understood. And so maybe a little bit of education along the way, but just also a lot of fun.
You can stream Marvel Studios' original series, Ms. Marvel, June 8th on Disney+.